Hey guys, let me show you how to take this Goodwill find from this to this.
Hey everyone, it's Susie Lee with Bellalina Boutique. Come on in. How are you? We're going to do a fun craft that is Goodwill related, a Goodwill related craft. I got this at Goodwill, oh gosh, many times ago, many moons ago. I may have gotten it even for my daughter's wedding. I don't even remember. I think we may have used it for the wedding. Honestly, I can't remember, but here's the thing. The candle was broke in it. The candle was broke, so I said, oh, we're just going to take that wick out and we're going to put in another one. So that worked. Easy peasy, right? Look at that. Boom. We got a candle going on. Anyway, I want to take it from black to shabby chic. And so what I did, let me shut this off for now. What I did was is I took this folk art crackle medium. It's $5 at the Hoblob. So go on over there if you want to try this. This crackle medium is my favorite because you can make it big, you can make it tiny, you can do all kinds of things with it if you know what you're doing. Now watch it not crackle, because I had this on for a couple of hours and it's been dried. But I'm going to go over it with some acrylic paint. It has to be acrylic, right? And I'm going to go over it with the acrylic paint. But I wanted them to be tiny cracks. I wanted them to be, littler, as opposed to those big long, looks like a farmhouse wood that's been aged forever. I like that look. Don't get me wrong. I like it. But I'm going to make this a little bit more refined. Okay. We've got titanium white. I'm going to take a little of that and I'm going to mix it in. I want to get my pretty sweatshirt. I want to get my pretty grandma sweatshirt. And my daughter had this made for me last Mother's Day. It's got all of my two kids and all of my grandkids and my great granddaughter down here. Isn't that sweet? I love it, and it's so comfy and cozy. It's cozy for the winter, right? I don't want to get any paint on it though, so I'm going to be very, very careful. I'm going to take some of the titanium out here to play. We don't need a lot, I don't think. We're going to need a whole lot, I think. And I'm going to take some. I got to get over to the Fusion Mineral Paint store soon, because I am like fresh out of casement white. This is raw silk, so I'm going to mix a little bit of that in. Whenever you mix the higher end paint with the craft paints that you get at the store, it upgrades it. It upgrades it a little bit. Okay, so what I do when I put the folk art crackle medium on is, when I want smaller crackles, all I do is I put it on and I kind of cross hatch. Now on these smaller areas, like up in here and that, I just kind of went this way and then I went back and kind of cross hatched. And then these areas here, I did the same thing. So I just did one section at a time. So I'm going to take this creamy dreamy white and mix it with the titanium white, so that it's, I don't want it real creamy. I want it kind of a white, but I don't want it titanium white. Does that make any sense? Am I making any sense to anybody besides myself? So, all right. Just going to mix it up really, really well. I don't need a whole lot because I'm just doing this top half here. And then I'm going to do the little spots. I didn't think you needed to watch me paint this twice, so I did it beforehand. And when you use Fusion Mineral Paint, you're going to get better coverage as well. So, okay, so this is what we've got. We've got kind of a creamy white, but it's a white. The titanium white is like ultra white, super white. And the Fusion Mineral Paint Raw Silk is the creamy white. So, okay, here we go. This is what I did. I lifted this, okay? And when you do crackle finish, let me just tell you, put on a streak and don't go over it too many times if you don't have to, because it starts working like immediately. It will start working like right away. And I'm just going to put it on nice and thick so that I don't have to do that. You'll see it start to crackle right away. I do have my, what do you call behind me here? My Lazy Susan. I probably could use that. I might bring it up here. See, is it going to crackle for me? Now, I did not paint this with the acrylic paint beforehand, so maybe it won't work. We'll see. Oh, it's crackling. I'm seeing it. It's starting right there. There's a couple spots I just don't want. This roof part will probably really crackle well. This door has got, the hinge is not real secure. It needs to be squeezed with a little plier because it's a little on the loose side. But I'd rather have it loose than too tight because I don't want it not be able to get it off. Okay, can you see right here the crackle that's starting already? It's just starting a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to dry it off just a little bit. Get it started. Oh yeah, you can see all the tiny little cracks in it now.
Okay, we're just going to speed this part up a little bit. Just cross-hatching in little tiny strokes back and forth with the paint, and what that does is it creates lots of smaller crackles. I love the folk art crackle finish. It's a great product. And this little lantern reminds me of an Asian pagoda, doesn't it? So cute. Now here I decided to work a little bit smarter instead of harder and got my Lazy Susan out, but I realized I was making a mess. So I went ahead and added some paper towel underneath. I'm really trying to be neater when I'm painting. I used to be so neat, I don't know what happened to me. But here's the thing, it's a little narrow along the glass there, so you got to kind of take your time, and when you get to the bottom it hits whatever it's sitting on, so the paper towel keeps it from getting everywhere. And that candle does not come out of the center, so I'm going to leave it in, and I'm not going to paint the inside corners on the inside of the lantern. I'm just going to leave those black. Okay, and the painting part is done.
By George, I think we've got it. We do. We do. I'm leaving the top black, just the top part here. But you can see how cute that is already, right? And let's dry it up a little bit. We're going to do a little decoupaging. I have got a piece of cardboard. I measured this back window. Now this back window and these sides are bigger than the front window where the door is. So guess what? I'm going to do this little panel that I'm going to make here for the inside for that one. So I can turn it any which way I want. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a panel. I painted the back black so that you could, so it doesn't look, so it looks like the inside. I painted the back black, and I painted this side with Mod Podge. You can see it's got a little sheen to it. I Mod Podged it, and I've got my trusty little craft iron here all heated up, ready to go. We're gonna iron it on. We're gonna iron on, I'll show you in a minute what we're gonna iron on. Some of you are familiar with it. Some of you are not. Not last year. Was it last year? Yep, it was last year. I painted a heart-shaped wreath, And I had so many compliments on it that I ended up getting prints made of it. And they are for sale in my Etsy shop right now. Actually, I was going to change the price on those. So don't go over there and buy you one just yet. Let me get off this live and go change it. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna take the price down a little bit on the prints. So y'all can afford one if you want one. But you can frame it. You can do anything you want with it. But anyway, here's the print. There it is. I had them made in 8x8s like this on 60-pound paper. It says love in the middle, and it says John 3:16 at the bottom. That part is going to get cut off, though. You're going to see mostly the roses and the flowers, but that was my painting from last year, if you all remember, right? So I think I'm done with the painting part, so I'm going to take this out because it makes it a little higher. So I'm going to take this on the Mod Podge side here, and I'm going to center it, and I got some parchment paper. All right, so what I'm going to do here is kind of figure out where I want this to be centered. I want to get as much of, obviously, as much of the wreath on it as I can. And it's going to go all the way down. We're going to get this part at the point down here. You're going to get all that. The John 3:16, we're not going to get all that, unfortunately. This is the way it is. It's the way it is, kids. But I think I can move it this way just a little bit. A hair. Okay. All right, and we're just going to put the parchment over it, and we're going to iron it on. So what this does, for those of you who've never seen this methodology, all this does is it reactivates the Mod Podge. I don't like to run the iron over it real hard. I just kind of like lift it a little bit, because what will happen is it will get scratched because it's black, and you don't want that. You do remember when I did this painting last year? That is your prized possession. Oh, Laveda, really? Linda Greenway purchased the original from me. She has that in her craft room in her home. She purchased the original. So, I mean, if I had room, I'd keep them all, but I don't have that kind of room. So I sell them. But I have prints. So, and my Etsy shop, you can go to, you can go put it in your cart if you're interested in getting one. And I'm going to change the price as soon as this live is over. I'm going to switch it down. I can't remember what, I think they're $9 right now, but I'm going to bring it on down a few bucks for you all. Okay. Yeah, this is on 60-pound paper. It's perfect for framing and decoupaging and all that. Your mother-in-law is from Italy, and it's fun to highlight her pronunciation of words and reversing the meaning. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. I have a funny story about my grandmother was from Sicily, and my dad's side, and my mom lived with her and my grandfather when they were first married, because they couldn't have two pennies to rub together. So anyway, so my mom had something in her eye. You think I'm kin to her? I am. Every time I go live, I get something in my eye. But she had something in her eye one day, and my grandmother said to her in her broken English, "Try boilax." And so my mother said, boiled eggs? Yeah, boilax. So my mother went and cracked a hard-boiled egg, and rubbed it around in her eye. Well, behold, it worked. And my grandmother said, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Get five." It's like, what are you doing? She says, "I put the boiled egg in my eye, like you said." And she just busted out laughing. She was like a 4x4. she was as wide as she was tall, this sweet lady. I never got to meet her. I never knew her, but she said she laughed and laughed till she cried. And my mother said she was trying to tell me borax. I said, she told you to put borax in your eye, you would have been blind. Oh my gosh. So that was the story about the broken English thing. And she'd say the funniest things. This is this window, I've measured it. It is 7 inches long by 3 1/4 wide. It was a little bit less than that, but I made it 3 1/4 because I wanted it to go over the edge, you know, and it actually has a little, where the glass is held in, it has a couple of little tabs. Fits right down in that little tab. You don't even have to glue it. So you can make all kinds of these and take them out seasonally. I think that's cute. How about that? It's pretty good, pretty centered. All right, but this is going to go in the back. You're shook. That's funny. Thank goodness she misunderstood, right? I said, you wouldn't have had an eye. You put borax in your eye? It doesn't sound like a good plan. I don't know. Silly me. But yeah, I will probably, you know what I can do is I can take my, I can find it real quick, my Posca paint pen, and just go over these little spots here. They're just little dots. What happened was when I ironed it, the little paint splashes that were on this ended up transferring to the back of this. Nobody's going to see it, but I just wanted to make sure that it was covered in the back so it didn't look funky. Okay, so I did try to get it in there before I put the artwork on. So all you do is you put it kind of sideways and push it down in. Now watch it not go down in the way it did last time. It went in perfectly last time. There we go. There we go. Okay, there's a little tabs down there and they just fit right in. Boom. Like that. Now you can tape it in or you can glue it in, anything you would like. I think I'm going to take a little tiny piece of tape in my nice clean tape drawer where I can find everything now. I cleaned out three of my drawers on this side. I have the little plastic drawers under this desk, and then I have 3 over on this side. So besides cleaning out all my bins, I cleaned that out too. I told Jim today, I said, I'm making progress. He said, yeah, I see that. Not in the hallway though. Always a disaster. I said, hey, listen now. He says, I know, you've been working 12 hours a day. I have. Trust me. I have. Since before Christmas. Don't you be making fun of me, James. That's a good way to get hurt. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that you can't see the tape through the glass. I'm just going to push it down. Well, so it's not permanent. I don't want it permanent. I just want it pushed back so you can see the fabric, yeah. The artwork. Hello? Okay, I'm going to turn the little light on in there. It's cute. I like it. Ta-da. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to debating on covering the entire thing or using some of these essential stencil roses. Aren't those beautiful? I love the essential stencil roses. These are gorgeous. I think I have to use these. Y'all, I think I have to use these. You see those roses right there? Are those that gorgeous? They are going to match this rose, which is going to go around the candle. So yeah. Apparently I've not opened this one yet. Oh, so cute. Oh, there's little lovebirds too. Seriously, people. There's 2 sheets in a pack. See how my room gets messed up? I just throw it. All right. There's a little lovebirds. Oh, but they're too big. I think they're a little bit biggish to go on this. Okay, so we're going to turn this. That. I may cut some of these. Like there's a little single rows here, but I like all of those. I might cut some of them off. I'm going to cut around them, trim around them, and then I'm going to cut them back and then apply them to the top of this. And then the napkin around the candy, right? See how far up do I want that to go? And then like some of these are going to get cut off. So I can save them and use them around. Let's see if I put that down like that. Yeah. I think I can save a good amount here. To put on the other side. So what you do is you just peel it off. It's so easy. It is. It's super, super, super easy. Oh, I love this. So cute. And you just burnish it. That's what it's called. It's a burnishing tool.
And you're probably wondering why I'm putting this over all that beautiful crackle finish. Well, you can actually see it a little bit here and there through the transfer. It's that layering effect.
I like it. It just kind of goes right around the edge. I should just, hold on. I'm just going to make it lay down and go around the edge. Because, like, why not, right? Rub it down. Okay. Like these little buds can go around the edge. Makes it look more unnatural, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That looks pretty. Those are gorgeous flowers. And do the same thing here. Just cut it where the flowers are going around the edge there. And then just push them down. Give them a little rub. Give it a rub. Okay. Yep. There we go. Yep. That's pretty. You see that? How easy was that, right? Simple, simple, simple. Super, super simple. Okay. I'm going to do one there and oh, I love it. So pretty, you guys. Stunning. Isn't that pretty? I mean, you don't even have to be an artist. You just, you just do it. Got this little bit of a leaf left from here. From this, which side was it? Right here, maybe? I'm just going to put it on because I can. Can't let it go to waste. Right? Yeah. There we go. I love the color. It's so pretty. Those bows are cute. Little bows are cute. I don't know. Kind of like the bows, guys. See them? Can you see the little bows? How cute is that? That would be cute on each side. Yeah. And they look like the perfect size as well. So that's a win-win. We're going to be doing it this way. We're going to be displaying it this way so that the artwork can be seen. And yet it'll be lit up because the sides are going to be open. So, okay. I'm going to center it. It's going to go over the other roses. That's party. Make sure it's laying down. There's one. And the other one's going to go right here. I love that. That really filled that in nice. It just gave it a little something extra. I love it. Okay, so I'm almost tempted to get a piece of paper and make a little cone to go around so that it doesn't, I don't want to stick it on there, because then it's permanent on the candle. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to do that. I almost want to get the piece of paper going and Mod Podge this to the paper and cut it to size, because it's 3 inches tall by, I can't remember what it was, around cardstock is what I'm going to do. White cardstock, so that it, oh, I love that. That is so pretty. All right. I don't remember how long it was, but it was shorter than this piece of paper. So I will cut it at 3 inches, and then we'll use as much of this as we need. Good old scrapbook cutter. All right. I like it just like, I mean, honestly, you could leave it just like this, but we're gonna zhuzh it up just a little bit more, just a little bit more. We're gonna add some Mod Podge. All right. I think I'm gonna just take this little bit of Mod Podge and Mod Podge it in. We'll do the heat method way, the way I did the other thing. I think, maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe, it'll be fine. Maybe I don't need to do it with the iron. Maybe I can just lay it on here. See how we do. I think I can do this, she said. Oh, and I moved all my brushes so that I don't have to jump up to grab them up there. I moved them all today because that was bothering me, that I had to jump up to get my brushes. I'm like, no, this is not good. They're too tall. So I brought them down. Oh, Susie. Well, it's going to be ever so slightly shy of what I needed here. Maybe. The only wrinkle is the wrinkle that was in the napkin. Maybe I could iron it out. Gotta be dry to do that. All right. I had this whole napkin. You think I could have got it right? But no, I'll leave a little rim. A little white rim. Maybe I'll make it so there's a white rim at the top and the bottom. I'm just going to tape it on. I'm going to tape it on or glue it on. I can glue it on. And then just turn it so you can't see the seam. Get that little seam out. Nope. That's where it was. Not bad. It's okay. I'm just making it like a belly band on the candle. it's a perfect color, isn't it? To go with the pink in this. I love that. Don't burn yourself, people. See? Just a little belly band on it. I've got some Totally Dazzled I want to put on here too. I've got the rose here. This was the rose from my bling pack for Totally Dazzled. I've got that rose. I could put it up top here. I've got this flat filigree heart that I could put right in the middle of this heart. So it'll be like a heart and a heart, and that is really cute. Let me show you that. And you see that? The little heart. The heart and the heart is cute, right? All right. Well, okay, here I go then. There's just a little bit of, there's a little bit of bling in the middle of that heart, if you can see it. It's got just a little bit. And put a little bit along the edge. A little glue around the edge here. I think that will be really pretty. Because the heart is not just for Valentine's Day, it is for all year, in my opinion. Okay, and put a little hot glue in the center just to hold it down. It's filigree, so you gotta be careful it doesn't go through. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Y'all are right. That was pretty. Let me fix the light here. There we go. Ta-da! The heart and the heart. Isn't it gorgeous? I love this. I love how it turned out. I got this little bow maker thing here. That I made.
Okay, so I know this video was a little longish, but I'm going to just speed up this bow making process here. And I made this little bow maker, and those dowels got cut down eventually to about 4 inches tall, so that made it easier. But all you do is you make your loops, and then you take some strips of fabric or strips of ribbon, whatever you have, and crisscross them. And when you're done, you're going to pull that right on up out of those 2 dowels, and you're going to put a zip tie on it, and you're going to get it all trimmed up real nice on the ends. And a lot of times I'll seal the ends with my lighter, but I did this off camera. Once you have your bow all ready to go, you're in business.
It's going to go on the front. Like that. I could have just tied that on with a little bit of, I don't want to glue it. I want to tie it on that little ring. Tie it through, I think. That's what I could have done. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, Susie. This stuff has got so much strings on it, but I like that. It's a love-hate relationship I have with this ribbon, right? And I think I'm gonna leave these long, even the ties, because I like that look, like that. See how cute that is? Just that little touch of red. It's not a lot. It's just a little, and I think it made it really pretty. And I like the heart in the middle. Let's turn the lights off, or this light anyway, and see if we can see what it looks like lit up at night. You really can't tell because I got my light on over here. Let me turn that one off, see if it helps. I do have an overhead light on too, but you know, hold on. There we go. There we go. love it. I think it's so pretty. Anyway, if you're interested in getting the print, you can go to my Etsy shop. What I'll do is I'll go on right now as soon as I get off my live, and I will mark that down for you. And if you're interested, you can grab one. I love the candle too, the little belly band on the candle. And if you want to change that out seasonally, you could. I mean, seriously, you could still change. All you have to do is pop that little panel out, because this is not permanent. And you can pop this off, and you could, do it for Easter. You could do it for Christmas, anything you want. Just add some greenery to it or whatever. I think it would be really pretty, especially if you're a Shabby Chic fan like moi. Right? Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Spring is so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. Spring is so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful.
Spring is so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful.
Like and subscribe for more Bellalina Boutique DIYs.